Been a little bit since I've uploaded a video on anything here. It's not that I haven't been busy, I've been extremely busy. Some of the things I've been working on has had computers die, which I'm not going to go into. It's like there was actually as many as 5 different computers died on me trying to get one system up running. As they go from one to the other, they just had different problems. Ended up resolving that eventually. The other big thing that I was working on was I had a 3D printer that I've had for like 3 or 4 years that I could never get to work. And I had a week off from work one point in time. And I took that entire week to figure out what was going on with the stupid printer. And I finally did figure it out. It turned out to be there was a bad firmware loaded on it. No matter what I was going to do, it wasn't going to operate. And by chance I was able to find, I actually, when I first got it, I'd upgraded the firmware to the latest at that time, and that was it was broken firmware. And with it setting for as long as it was, a new firmware upgrade come out eventually at some point. I don't know when. And I installed that finally as a last ditch effort, and it started working. Not a great printer. It strings a lot, but it does the things I need. Some of the things I've been able to print off, to give an example here, are I've made these I printed out. I didn't make these. These little brackets. They're for holding breakout LED breakout boards, and they come in different lengths and sizes, and I can print them out. I'm doing them in that PETG type filament. There's like 3 different sizes that I print out: short, medium, and long on these. And it works pretty well for that. One of the other things that I was printing out was lenses for the playfield, for the inserts. And I'm doing this with a clear, basically PETG again. And like this is a 1-inch diameter. And it works pretty well in general on that. Another thing that I printed out was these little housings that can be made to hold the equivalent to, I don't know how it's pronounced, Wago, the lever nuts. I don't happen to have one of the singles here. These are meant for holding the singles. They got a little snap in and some holes in the bottom where you can screw them down. It'll let you anchor it down. I had to kind of cheat on this. I'm using knockoff lever nuts that I got from AliExpress. And they're not the same dimension as the Wagos, whatever it is. So I had to kind of thin it down. I changed it I used Cura for my 3D printer, and I changed the dimensions in there. I just scaled it on the wide dimension, so it's not quite as strong on the wide part of it where I would have narrowed it up. But nonetheless, it does work, and it holds them quite well. Here is one of those. This is a knockoff. This is a 2 ins, 4 out on it is what I use it for. It's like when I'm passing a wire and I want it to continue on, but I want to tap it off for something else. This one has little screw holes in the bottom that you can anchor it down with, which is nice. The little singles don't have that. In general, those are kind of the things that I've been tinkering on. I did build up some lighting on here, so I'm going to kind of pull up the camera here to show. I've got some of the lights lit up, and this is just, they're lit up in a consistent manner, just constantly, just to test them out and see. You can see there's like kind of probably the color rendition isn't great, but there's like a purplish color over here, green underneath the slingshots. These are those covers that I made, the acrylic plastic covers. Shoot, I forget they just call them plastics. It didn't have water slides to do the decals on them, so I just used packing tape and did a transfer onto the packing tape, and then backed it up with some white primer after I put that on. Worked out pretty well. But you can kind of see what that looks like. Anyway. That's kind of what I've been tinkering around with. Got more things to do on it. I'm still waiting for a bunch more parts to come in. That's kind of holding me up too. I got to do more. I got to do some rewiring on the harness and move some things around in the playfield underneath to get ready for providing more space. Anyway, that's kind of where I am. And since I'm shooting this on New Year's Eve, I wish everybody a happy New Year. And I'll shoot some more videos at a later point in time.